In this video, I'm going to be covering the M in smart medicine, massive bleeding. So stick around for this life-saving information.
And joining us from San Diego, Chief Petty Officer Chris Sajnog.
Joining me now is retired Navy SEAL sniper, Chris Sajnog.
I came up with Smart Emergency Medicine, which stands for Scene Safe, Massive Bleeding, Airway, Reassess, and then Transport. SMART is a simple and effective system to respond to any medical emergency situation before medical personnel arrive or the victim can be brought to a hospital. If you haven't watched the previous video on making sure the scene is safe, make sure you watch that first. Because if you skip any steps in this system, well, it's not really a system now, is it? Okay, so I'm going to assume that you're all caught up and the scene is safe. So next up is massive bleeding. Now first, let's define what massive bleeding is. Massive bleeding is if you see blood pooling or flowing or squirting out, and it's not just small cuts or bleeding. It's bleeding that needs to be stopped immediately, or it can lead to a life-threatening situation from blood loss. To find massive bleeding, we need to do what's called a blood sweep. Doing a blood sweep is not a gingerly look around to find bleeding. If someone watching you do a blood sweep thinks that you're attacking that person, you're actually off to a good start. Make sure to check everywhere and look at your hands to see if there's blood on them. When you do find massive bleeding, not just a little blood, you need to pause your sweep and stop that bleeding, because somebody can bleed out in as little as 30 seconds, and it's not easy to simply put blood back into people. I'm often asked by my students why they've heard about the ABCs their whole lives. The ABCs, airway first, then breathing, then circulation. These are synonymous with first aid. And why am I not following this so-called established system? Well, because it's not only wrong, it's actually dangerous. The ABCs were never intended for first aid. It was a memory aid for healthcare workers to respond to cardiac arrests. In fact, in 2010, the American Heart Association and the International Liaison Committee on Resuscitation changed their recommended order for CPR interventions for most cardiac arrest cases to chest compressions, then airway, and then breathing, or CAB, C-A-B. Still, even with this new CAB, that's still for CPR intervention cases of cardiac arrest, not trauma. People can literally live after hours of not breathing. Medical disclaimer, although I am a doctor, I am not a medical doctor, so do not try this at home. That's why we don't care if the airway is open right away. We will get to that, but if this person is bleeding out, you need to stop that bleeding by any means you can. Remember this saying, head to toe, treat as you go. As you're doing your blood sweep, anytime you find massive bleeding, stop the bleeding, then continue your blood sweep. And it should seem obvious, but oftentimes common sense is not common knowledge. If you walk up to somebody and you see blood squirting out, it's squirting you in the eyes, whatever, you do not need to start a blood sweep. You need to stop that bleeding. If you've got a tourniquet, this is the time to use it. If you've got a belt, you've got a tourniquet. Patient's got a belt, you got a tourniquet. Pants in a stick, bicycle tire inner tube, you get the idea, stop the bleeding. Something else to keep in mind, if you don't have any medical gear with you, as long as you carry a knife, everyone around you is wearing an infinite supply of bandages. Make sure you practice the lesson you just learned. Grab a friend or family member and practice doing blood sweeps on each other. Get some medical supplies, get a tourniquet. Practice putting them on yourself and those you love, because just watching this video won't save anyone's life. In the next video, I'll be teaching you the A in smart medicine, airway. Until then, keep paving your path to perfection. All right, if you liked that video, and I hope you did, please hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything, it's totally free. Give it a like, and also subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified as soon as I post new content, so you won't miss out. And if you are looking for more in-depth training, go to chrissajnog.com and join the team. And what we are doing there is we are covering everything, every aspect of learning and living like a warrior. You'll be able to ask me questions during our live monthly video coaching calls, and you'll also get access to the 5 years of those recordings that I have up in the members area. So go to chrissajnog.com and join the team.